Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to build your very first AI appointment setter, which is going to be an AI agent connected to your Instagram inbox, and whenever people, leads, are messaging you, this AI agent will reply to them and book them in for calls. And in this video I'm going to reveal the system that I've been building for clients for the last 2 years. I'm going to show you everything. I'm not going to hold back any value. And this is going to be a full step-by-step tutorial where at the end you might have an AI agent that looks like this. This is even just a small part of the full agent. So we're going to build this step-by-step together. And the 3 things that you will need for this is Closebot, which is the software that helps us build the agent. Go High Level, which is going to let you connect this agent to your Instagram, and of course your Instagram account, which this agent will be placed into. And by the way, if you want to get Closebot or GHL, I have my links in the description of the video and you can get started with those. So the first thing is for us to build the Closebot agent. Then we're going to set up our Go High Level and then we're going to test the agent. So that's what we're going to do now. The first thing that I'm going to do is build maybe a little bit simpler agent like this. So for this, you will need your Closebot account and you want to go to agents and create a new flow. I'm going to call this test YouTube flow. I'm gonna hit next. I'm gonna connect this to a GHL sub account. We're gonna connect it later. And then we're gonna just start building this from scratch. So this is gonna be probably a fitness coaching demo because that's the simplest thing. And then you just have a fully empty thing here and we're gonna start adding some objectives here. Now what we're gonna use here is objectives and statements mostly, but there's, as you can see, a lot of things else as well that I'm going to show you in later videos. But let's start with something simpler. So what we want in this appointment setting fitness coaching demo is just ask for the person's goals, pain points, a couple of other questions, and send them a calendar link so that they can book a call. So we're going to have a couple of objectives. I'm going to put them here. And I want to start the conversation by asking the person's fitness goals. So I'm going to call this fitness goals. And here in the short description, you can write what objective you want the AI to complete in this step. So here I will write determine the user's fitness goals. And if you open these advanced settings here, here's extra prompt if you want to write extra stuff. I'm not going to do that now. And then how many times the AI is going to try and attempt over and over again in case the answer of the lead doesn't satisfy this objective. So I'm just going to keep it at 3 or 4, just so it's not repetitive. Just follow me here and just also do 3, just trust me. Okay, after we determine their fitness goals, we're gonna ask what their biggest pain point is. I'm gonna call this number 1 obstacle. And here I'm gonna write determine the contacts or users, same shit, biggest obstacle that has kept them from. Okay, and then again, I'm just gonna bring this down to 3 or 4. We don't wanna overdo it. Otherwise, it's gonna become repetitive and the AI will just try over and over again. Then I'm gonna do how long, which is determine for how long has the user been trying to achieve their fitness goals. I'm just gonna keep it very simple here, guys. And maybe I will just even duplicate this so it's a bit easier. Then I'm gonna do past trials. So this is gonna be like determine what has the user tried in the past to achieve their fitness goals. All right. And then I'm gonna write here, and then here I'm gonna do a little trick. I want to show you something cool. So what we are using so far is objectives, which are the AI is going to determine what question it should ask to get the answer of this objective. It will always adjust the wording. We can also use statements, which is the AI just says whatever you want it to say. And here we can invite the person for a call. So I'm going to call this first call invite. And the statement is going to be respond with empathy to the user's last message, then return following sentence. Would you like me to take a closer look at your, see how I can help. Okay, I'm gonna keep this very simple, and actually I'm gonna just call this validate, meaning I want to get a validation from the lead that they want our help, and then I'm gonna invite them on a call. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here because it's a statement, and then I'm just gonna delete this, and then I'm gonna do a first call invite, and I'm gonna keep this respond with empathy to the user's last message and then return. So the next step would be to hop on a quick consultation call and dive into your goals. How does that sound? So this is how we're gonna invite them on a call. And then here, I'm also gonna put an objective under it, which is, I mean, not under it, this is supposed to be next to it. I just like to keep it under because this is gonna be the same, objective. This is first call invite. And then this is gonna be get the user's permission, get the user to accept our invitation to hop on a call and see if we can help them. And then I'm also gonna just do the advanced settings, like maybe 4 attempts. So basically, the first time we're gonna invite them on a call, we're gonna use a statement because statements allow us to invite people or to write a message word for word exactly the way we want, whereas objectives just have an objective and the AI will come up with whatever wording, whatever question it wants to use to satisfy that objective. And at critical parts of the flow, like inviting people on a call or pitching something, I like to write my own copy and invite people on a call the way that I exactly want. And we can tweak this. I'm gonna make future videos on how to make this better. This is just super, super simple. Okay, so we're gonna get the user to accept our invitation to hop on a call and see if we can help them. Maybe I will write consultation and see if we can help them. And you know, I'm gonna put here a little router, which is based on the answer that the person gives, this is gonna route them 2 different ways. So this is gonna be accepted invite. And then the user accepted our invitation to hop on a consultation call. So if they said, no, I'm good, I don't want to talk to you, then we're just going to use this stop responding, and then the AI is just going to turn off and not continue the conversation. But if they accepted our invitation to hop on a call or to schedule a call, then we want to send them a Calendly link. So here I'm going to, maybe I will just use the same respond with empathy to the user and return the following sentence. I'm going to use the same beginning of the prompt. And here I'm just gonna write, you can schedule a call with the link below. And then I'm gonna put my calendar link here just like that. And yeah, this is all good. This is Calendly link. And you know, here I'm just gonna end the conversation. Like, you know, there's a bunch of other things that we can still do, but we can just end it here and it's done. We had a little objective here. I'm gonna delete this. So yeah, in short, we're gonna ask for their fitness goals. We're gonna get what's their biggest obstacle that has kept them from achieving that so far. How long have they been struggling? What have they tried in the past? Then, would you like me to take a closer look at your situation and see how I can help? They say yes. Then it's gonna be like, all right. The next step would be to hop on a quick consultation call. How does that sound? Then if they say how much is it or whatever else, the AI will try again to get an answer and move them further. And if they said, hey, I'm good, I don't wanna hop on a call, then they're just gonna, like, if they don't wanna do that, the AI will just stop responding. If they said yes, that's fine, then we're gonna send them the calendar link and then turn the AI off. Super simple. This is not by all means like a full AI setter. There's a lot of other things that we can do, but for us, this is fine. And we are done with the objectives. Now we want to customize the persona, which is the style of the AI, the job information, which is the knowledge of the AI, add some follow-ups, and then connect it to GHL. And we will set up GHL as well and test it, and we are done. So where you can add the persona is when you go here to settings, and then it's gonna be personas here. So I'm just gonna create a new persona, call it test persona. You can add a little image here, change the color, whatever, add a description which doesn't change anything. And it already has like a default thing which is trash, so just delete it. And I actually have my little prompts here, so I'm not gonna waste our time typing all of this stuff because as you can see, it can be quite long. So for the persona, I'm just gonna copy paste my own persona settings here. Let me just go through it for you real quick. Don't mention the users or your own name. So we don't want the AI to always say, all right, Mike, so da-da-da. Okay, Mike, I hear you. It can be quite repetitive. Don't use emojis. Be casual when you respond. Don't use this hyphen and dot, 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 you know, like this makes it sound very much like AI. Don't use that. Instead, use comma and full stop. Make the user feel acknowledged by addressing what they just said. And then only ask one question at a time so we don't confuse the person with multiple questions. This is super simple. I just copy pasted it here. The tone I always like to keep at casual. And then we can set the response delay, how fast or how slow the AI responds. When we turn this on in real life, I like to keep it at this realistic, so there's a little bit of delay. But for testing, I don't want to add any delay because that just makes it faster for us to test. Now here we can put frequency AI typos. This is how frequently the AI will make typos on purpose and then correct them. Maybe you will see that in our testing. And then frequency breakup messages, this is how the AI will break up the messages in separate bubbles. You can keep it at 60 or 100. That will result in more bubbles. So that's that. And then we're gonna set the providers. I always recommend to use Anthropic Claude as your first provider. This is gonna be the AI that fuels the messages and it will create the messages. And then we'll also add OpenAI as a fallback. So if Anthropic is overloaded and the AI cannot reach it for some reason, cannot reach Claude, then it will fall back to OpenAI and then that can be our backup. So we're gonna create this persona like this, boom. Source is gonna be when we actually connect GHL. I'm gonna jump back to this later. Job information, this is basically the knowledge of the AI. So I'm gonna go back here, persona we are done. Job information is like what is happening and what's the context. So this has two parts. Why is this conversation happening? So the AI knows where does this conversation even take place. And then important business information. This is about your business, about your offer, target audience, etc. So I'm just gonna go ahead and again, copy paste my existing prompts. Why this conversation happening? Usually wanna keep this simple and short. You are Mike, an online fitness coach, and the user just messaged you on Instagram. This conversation happening in the IGDMs. I usually don't write a lot of stuff here. And then about the business, this is where you can write about your offer, about your method, what is inside your coaching. Okay, this didn't format it that nicely, but I will just go through it here. We offer an online fitness coaching program to middle-aged men and women. We help them with this and this and this end result. We help them overcome this and this and this pain point. The coaching provides all of these different things when people sign up. And if they ask about this in the DMs, the AI will use that knowledge to answer them. And then you can also put a little bit of objection handling in this section too. For now, I just put that the price of the program depends on their goals and their situation, so it's gonna be tailored, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. The AI will understand without it being nicely formatted, so this is gonna work. This other stuff, I'm not gonna go into now, you know, this is more advanced stuff. I don't think we need this for a first quick tutorial. Job role variables, you absolutely don't need this. And then follow-ups, this can be quite useful, of course. If people ghost, the AI will message again. So I'm just gonna add a follow-up for like 2 minutes just so we can test it. And then here you can also write a prompt for the follow-ups. Again, I have my little prompt here, which has worked quite well for me. And actually I'm gonna format this so it looks a little bit nicer. So I basically told the AI to ask the last question that it was asked, just from a different angle. And then example for training only, if the last question was, what are your fitness goals, weight loss or muscle gain? And if the person ghosts us, then ask, or are you more interested in increasing your energy levels? So this is fine. You can use smart follow-ups as well, although I didn't see it working that well, but whatever. So save and close, and yeah, we are done with the job information and the follow-ups. So we are basically done on CloseBot side. All we need to do is connect a source, which is going to be GHL, and test it, and then we can set this live. So that's that. And now we can move over to GHL. By the way, the link for CloseBot and the link for GHL is in the description of this video. If you find this tutorial valuable and you want to sign up through my affiliate link, I get a commission on that. So please do that if you like this video. We're going to set up GHL. We need to connect our IG account to Go High Level because that's going to be the middleman between Instagram and CloseBot. Go High Level is what will let us read those messages and send responses. We will have to set up some tags and some workflows so all of this can function. So let's just get right into that too. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is head over to GHL, click on settings down here, and then here you should find integrations. Boom. And then you want to connect your Instagram account. So we're going to start with doing that. Okay. Yep, this is fine. Okay, perfect. Save. Okay, I have been connected to lead connector, and we are not done yet. We still need to choose our IG page, connect and continue. Okay, this you don't need to do this field mapping stuff, and I believe we still need to go back and go to settings, and okay, Instagram Messenger is turned on, so this is now done. Perfect. And then you can actually test whether this is done correctly or not by going back and going to contacts. Obviously, this is a fresh new sub account with no contacts, and you can actually test this by messaging yourself from another IG account. You can send yourself test, and then now you should show up. If the Instagram is connected properly, then this message should show up here, and every single Instagram message that people send you should show up here. So the Instagram connection worked properly. Go High Level can now read my IG messages and send back messages. So I'm going to write here test 2, and this should actually deliver this message back on IG. I have that there, so that's perfect. Okay, so we have connected our IG account. We need to set up just 2 tags for this to work. So again, we're going to go to settings, tags, and here I'm going to create just 2 tags, AI off, and also AI on. If people have the AI on tag, the AI is going to work and respond. If people have the AI off tag, the AI is not going to respond. I know it sounds shocking, but that's what we're going to do. And all we need to do now is build workflows that actually put this tag on the person and then remove the tag, so we can control when the AI is going to respond and when it's not going to respond. So for this, you want to go to automation, and we will just create 2 simple workflows. You can just go ahead and do start from scratch. And yeah, I'm going to enable this AI autosave. And I'm just going to write here start AI. So this is going to be the trigger that turns the AI on, and just do everything the same way I do, and just trust me that this is how it works. The trigger is going to be customer replied, and it's going to be, the keyword is going to be start AI. So you want to put a filter, and it's going to be exact match. Don't use the contains phrase. I prefer to use the exact match phrase. And here you can write start space AI. Now, last time I checked, Go High Level wanted all the other uppercase, lowercase stuff. So I will also write start AI, like all the different variations, and also with all caps. Last time I checked, GHL was differentiating between these. Okay, so that's the trigger. And then just trust me from here. You immediately want to add the tag AI off. And then you want to write an Instagram DM, which is going to be the opener message. So this is going to be opener. Hey man, thanks for reaching out. Are you here to actually get in shape or just enjoying the free content, question mark. Okay, so this is gonna be the opener. Very important thing that the first message, the opener message, I'm not sending it out with Closebot because I could put a statement here and that would send out the opener message, but that's a little bit out of my experience. It doesn't work as reliably as making the opener send out with GHL and also adding the AI on tag, which will turn the AI on. So basically I send out the opener with GHL, and when people reply to that, the bot is gonna take over and it's gonna carry the conversation. So this is gonna be the opener, and then all we're gonna do here is add the tag AI on. And we are also gonna remove the tag AI off. Again, why are we adding it and why are we removing it immediately? Trust me that this is a best practice. It can happen that both Closebot and GHL start replying at the same time. So trust me on this. This is how you want to do it. So yeah, that's that. And I also want to put another workflow really quick, which is going to reset the AI so you can try it over and over again. Again, trust me that this is the best way to do it. I've been doing this for 2 years. I'm going to write reset AI. You know what? Maybe I will even just duplicate the previous workflow. It's going to make everything much faster and easy for us. Let me just delete this. Okay, reset AI, because it's going to use the same exact trigger. It's going to be, instead of start AI, reset AI, reset AI, reset AI, and then reset AI. We're going to also start with add the tag AI off. We're also going to send here a DM, which is going to be AI off. And then maybe even to restart the AI DM start AI. This is just a little confirmation for the demo, for not to get confused. And then what you want to do here, delete all of these. You don't need these. And here you just want to delete contact. So this is going to delete the contact from GHL, which will give you the opportunity to restart and create a new contact every time you try a new demo. Again, trust me that this is the best way to restart and retry the demo over and over again. So yeah, trigger is reset AI. We're going to immediately add the AI off tag so the bot doesn't reply anymore. And then we're going to send this little confirmation message that the demo is now, or the AI is now off. And then here's how you can restart. And then we're going to delete the contact, which is the best way for you to restart this demo. All right, so we created the workflows, and all we need to do now is connect Closebot to Go High Level, and we can literally just go ahead and test our AI. So that's what we're going to do as our last step. So what you want to do now is go back to settings and then sources. And then here you want to create a new source. I mean, I have all of these here. So actually I'm going to go to sources here, and I'm going to first add this source. Okay, we understand how to use this. Add a new source, a GHL sub account, and we're going to connect this Go High Level sub account now. And you need to be logged into your Go High Level, so make sure that you are logged in. Closebot will want to connect to GHL, and here is where you can find your AI setter test sub account, which is the same as the one that we have here. And then now we're going to go back to Closebot. This is added. The source has been now added, and now this is done, but we still want to connect this source to the agent that we just built. So you want to go back to agent. You want to look for your test YouTube flow, the agent that we just created, and now we want to connect it to this source. So I'm going to go to settings, sources, and here you just want to write AI setter test. And then here there's another very important thing, which is what tag does a lead must have for the AI to respond. And if an AI off tag is present on the lead, the AI is not going to talk to that guy. So what we want is that only talk to people if they have the AI on tag. Boom. So now if they have the AI on tag, it will talk to them. And if they have the AI off tag, it will not talk to them. That's exactly what we want. And if you have multiple different channels connected to your GHL, IG, Facebook, email, WhatsApp, etc., and you want the AI to only respond on a specific platform, then here's where you can choose, let's say, IG. So I'm gonna close and save it. And I mean, I can hit here test. You can test your agent here within CloseBot, but I think it's better if we just test it straight in Instagram. You can test it here and then adjust on the fly. And all we're gonna do here is hit publish. And now this AI agent should be live on our Instagram, and it comes to our last step, which is actually testing. Okay, so now it's actually published here, and we can go ahead and run a test. So the way we're gonna test it is we wanna message ourselves on IG from a different account. And what was the keyword? Start AI. So what this should do is send us the first message and then add the AI off tag, remove the AI off tag. Okay, hey man, thanks for watching. Are you here to actually get in shape or just enjoying the free content? And let me just go back where you can see if this stuff actually works for you. I'm gonna go to this workflow, which is supposed to fire now. And if you go to execution logs, you will see what was happening. So as you can see, add it to workflow, add the AI off tag, send the opener, add AI on, remove AI on, and then end the workflow. So now if I reply, the AI should start this thing. So, hey man, yeah, I really like your stuff. And now the first objective of the AI should be my fitness goals. So that's exactly what it should ask a question about. In the meantime, I will make like a split screen here. Okay. Okay, so we must have messed something up because no reply is coming so far. I wonder what can be the issue. Oh, oops. Okay, boom. It literally came at the exact moment when I'm clicking away. Fine. Appreciate. So what are you looking to achieve with your fitness right now? Trying to lean out, build muscle, or something else? Probably wanna lose some weight. So now this answer is gonna satisfy the first objective of the AI, and it's gonna ask about my obstacles and how long I've been struggling and etc, etc. So far we did everything correctly. The AI is working, it's responding, and it's pretty good. So let's see. I wonder, did I slow down the reply speed, and is it why? Got it? What would you say has been the biggest thing holding you back from losing that weight so far? Okay, let me give the AI a little bit of a hard time here, because remember, we set this max attempts so that the AI would retry if it doesn't get a proper answer. I'm just gonna say, what do you mean by that? So if people don't give a clear-cut answer to our question, the AI should retry a couple of times to actually get a response. The replies should come a little faster. Like, what's been the main challenge or roadblock stopping you? Is it time, not knowing what to do, staying consistent, or something else? Probably consistency. So now it's gonna satisfy this objective and it's gonna move on to the rest. And I'm just gonna do a simple stuff from here, and maybe I will do a little bit of objection handling to see how this works. Yeah, consistency is a big one for most people. How long have you been trying to get this weight off? Like 2-3 years. That's a solid amount of time. Blah, blah, blah. What kind of diets, workout program have you tried? Keto diet, and I honestly hated it. Okay, so it's now asking about what have I tried in the past, and now really it should just tell me that, okay, keto probably sucks. Would you like me to take a closer look at your situation and see how I can help? Yep, that's exactly what it said. Yeah, sure. Now it's gonna invite me on a call. Next step is to hop on a consultation call and dive deep into your goals. How does that sound? Now it should reply a bit faster, yeah. All right, so the next step would be blah, blah, blah. How does that sound? Okay, let me give a little bit of objection here. How much do you charge? And now it should handle it according to this job information, which is the price depends on the user's goals and current situation. That's why the coaching is tailored to their needs. So it should tell me that and then re-invite me to hop on a call. Let's see if it can do that. All right, AI is thinking. Did it maybe direct me this way? Can it happen? By the way, if you're unsure, you can go to these chats and you can actually read the conversation logs of what happened. So I ask you, how much do you charge? And maybe this actually, yeah, it is what I have had feared. We didn't prompt this good enough. So look where it took down the conversation. The conversation went this way. Yes, we invited the person on a call. By the way, this call invite needs more prompts that I haven't copy pasted in here. That's why it went wrong. And then did the person accept our invite? No, stop replying. That's where this conversation ended up. So I kind of messed up with this test, but let me just restart, come back to this objective, reset AI. This should turn the AI off so we can restart the demo. This is, by the way, I think this is even good that we messed up because you will also mess up a lot. To restart the AI, start AI again, start AI. So this now deleted my contact in GHL, and when I write start AI, it's gonna create a new contact and it's gonna start the demo from the beginning. Okay, I'm gonna speed run this. Yes, I wanna lose 30 pounds. My biggest struggle is diet. 2-3 years I've been struggling. I've tried vegan diet. So I'm literally pre-answering all of the objectives, and the way this AI is built is if the person answered the objectives in one of the previous messages, it will already mark it as complete. It would be weird to try again. So, okay, it immediately skipped and jumped to this validate objective now. Yeah, sure. And then I'm just gonna not make a big deal because the prompts are not exactly bulletproof yet. I'm just gonna accept the call invite, let it send me the calendar link, and then it's done. Yes, let's hop on a call. This router is the one that messed us up in the previous test. And now it should just go ahead and send me the calendar link, and then the AI is gonna finish the conversation. Boom, awesome, love the commitment. You can schedule a call with the link below, and then I can go ahead on Calendly and book a call. So guys, that is exactly how you build an AI appointment setter for yourself. If you wanna go ahead and do this, you have my affiliate links for Closebot and GHL. My goal is that I give so much free value away here on YouTube that you can just repay me by joining with my links. And if you actually want me to teach you or build you a done-for-you AI appointment setting system, you can go ahead and reach out on Instagram, shoot me a message. If you don't want to mess around with this and build it yourself, then you can just ask me to do it for you. I take clients right now, and yeah, guys, let's go. I'm gonna give a lot more value away and my secrets away here on YouTube, so stay tuned, and more videos on the topic coming soon.